What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big win for them boys against the Boston Celtics. Taking it BTA belt to you know what. Beating the Celtics 105-95. The captain, 31 points, 5 assists. The big cat, 26 points. 13 rebounds. Knicks played a fabulous game today. Fabulous game from beginning to end. Didn't shoot that well from the field. Only shot 38% from the field, 37% from three. But all in all, man, just a great game. Out-rebounded the Celtics 53-37. Just was a total team effort, man. Listen, look, it wasn't their best game offensively, but it doesn't matter, man. We still got the win. I thought this was a very controlling win. Pretty much led by that second quarter, and I believe they outscored the Celtics like 42-14, I think, something like that, in that second quarter. Something crazy. I could have got the numbers wrong, but I knew it was something on that lines. Great game, man. Great game. Go to 2-0 on the season. Fabulous game. Great to see. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. 105-95. The big cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with LV Live tonight. Basketball's back, man. Basketball's back. Officially. LV was in the building Monday, so it was great. It was great to see. The atmosphere was electric. Felt fabulous out there, so it was good to see. So all in all, it was a great win, man. Great win for them boys. Great win for them boys. Have to be extremely, extremely happy with how well they played. I thought the most important thing for me was I just love once again just the rotations, right? How great we looked as a team. Just all in all, just the team camaraderie, man. We just look great. Just he's playing 10 guys, like guys are coming in and knowing what they're doing. I mentioned that when big shouts to my man Knicks Nation Ant out there did his show, called in after the game, and it's just a great like team like. Just team camaraderie. I keep on stressing that because it feels like everybody's involved. It doesn't feel like it's just one person. Now, of course, Brunson had to seal the deal as he did at the end of the game. But all in all, I was happy with just how they looked, man. I was happy how they looked, how they played. Also, too, Mike Brown, man, I love what he's doing with this offense. I mean, it's a free-flowing thing, fast-paced. Everybody's pretty much getting their hands on the ball. So I thought he did a fabulous job with that. Also, too, the return of Josh Hart tonight, which was great to see. I thought he was regular Josh Hart. He seemed like he was having issues with the back, but it was good to see him kind of like back rocking and rolling and being him. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Great win for them boys. 105-95. The big cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The captain, 31 points, 5 assists. Everybody out there on TikTok, appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live as well. Vibes, that's right, 14 rebounds for him. Fabulous game, man. Fabulous game. And 2-0 on the season, guys. 2-0 on the season. Remember, guys, of course, no Jason Tatum, which is cool. But remember what happened last year opening night, right? We got waxed in Boston. Waxed. You guys remember that. So I don't care if Tatum's not there. So what? It's good to see we return the favor. It's good to see we return the favor to them boys, right? So I don't care. Whoever's out there is out there. And look, Boston put up a fight. They came out red hot. They shot better from the field for the Knicks. They just were shooting better. But it didn't matter because all together from top to bottom, we just played a better game. Better game. Of course, a little worry too. OG Anunoby went down with that leg injury. But I think he's okay, man. It looked like a cramp to me. That's what it looked like. It looked like a regular cramp. Like a regular cramp. That's what it looked like to me. I didn't really see anything. It looked like he just landed wrong, and then like his legs stiffened up. And usually that's a sign of a cramp. So I think he should be fine and ready for Sunday. Right? We got to check that out, right? It's Miami South, man. South, MSG South Beach. That's what we're going to call it, as we always do. So that should be big, right? But also great win tonight, man. Once again, man, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Everybody on TikTok, appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me as well. So let's go to the highlights, guys. Let's go to the highlights. Let's go check it out. I thought also too, I love to see like a guy like Shamet get in there. I thought Shamet looked good. Great to see Deuce starting, right? He didn't shoot that well, but hit that big 3-pointer in the corner, right? That pretty much sealed it, put the Knicks back up by 12. So I thought Deuce was great, played great defense. And all in all, like, I think that's kind of like what helped us kind of get the lead was the defensive intensity, right? In that second quarter, especially, right? We were up by 20, and once we were up by 20, it was a comfortable lead. I didn't feel like, okay, we were going to wind up losing this game. It just felt like the Knicks were under control. Like Boston didn't have enough weapons, and you see the way their offense is. Like everything is really, predicated on the 3-point shot, and if that's not falling, as you saw what happened last year in the playoffs, then they're not going to be able to beat most teams. And I don't know. I just watching the game, I didn't feel even with Tatum not there. Losing Porzingis and losing Drew Holiday was huge for that team. Huge. And so it takes away a lot of the offensive firepower, and it takes away a lot of what they like to do. Having that stretch big and then having all 5 guys that can knock down 3-pointers, and Porzingis being a matchup nightmare on top of Drew Holiday playing great defense, and of course White, right? So those 2 guys really takes away really for what it is that they want to do. And Peyton Pritchard just didn't play well at all. It's totally different when you're out there playing against the second unit and you're putting numbers up. But when you go against the starters, it's totally different. And you could see the difference with Peyton Pritchard. He didn't look like the same player. Because now it ain't like you're playing against second unit guys. So you could see how he was struggling, right? So, that's what happens. BQ from BK, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Atlantic Lion. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 105-95. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The captain, 31 points, 5 assists. Everybody out there on TikTok, appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. Go to 2-0 on the season. Not a great shooting night, but I thought altogether a great night from top to bottom on the defensive end, and of course coming up with timely hoops. And, of course, blitzing them boys in that second quarter, which pretty much solidified the game. Once the Knicks put up by 20, there was no looking back after that. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, the Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. Cat looks great, man. Cat looks great. I hope we can all stop with this whole Giannis stuff. Like, listen, man, Cat looks amazing. Amazing. Just the things he can do at 7 feet, 7'1". I mean, it's just awesome, man. It's just awesome. It changes everything offensively for us. And what he does skill-wise offensively, Giannis can't do that. He just can't. And it opens us up so much more offensively. It spreads the floor. So I thought that he had a fabulous night. I thought he kind of got things going for us too, especially in that first quarter. Offensively, we just didn't have it, but the Big Cat kept us in there by offensively how well he was playing, and so I thought he was great. So I thought he looked good. What about the captain, guys? The captain looked like the captain in the closer, right? He looked like the closer in the closing minutes. Cold-blooded, man. Listen. It doesn't matter if he starts off playing whatever, he's missing shots. So what? He's always there when it matters most. Hitting those big-time threes the way he did. I mean, Brunson is just on a different level, man. He shot 50% from the field, 31 points for him, 5 assists, 10 for 20 from the field, man. So I thought he was great. Also, too, man, how do you guys feel about if you're noticing, you're seeing the rotations, right? You're seeing how Clarkson is coming in. And Clarkson didn't play that much tonight. I mean, how many minutes did Clarkson play? Clarkson didn't play that much, man. He came in, he get a couple of shots, but he's not getting that many minutes. He's not getting that many minutes. I mean, he got 16 minutes. I'm sorry. He got 16 minutes. This guy went 10 deep again, man. 10 deep. Porter didn't play, man. This guy's listen, I love his rotations, man. I love what he's doing. I gotta give him his credit. I love his rotations. I love what he's doing here. Just how he's playing this team and the guys that he's using. I just love how Mike Brown is doing things, just the interchangeable things. And what do you guys think? You guys think? I'm just asking you guys. Everybody on TikTok, appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with LV live tonight. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. Has Tyler Kolek solidified that backup point guard role? What do you guys think? I thought he was solid again today. I thought Kolek was solid again today. Again. I mean, he's coming around here, man. He's coming around. I mean, he struggled at times, with certain things. But I think, I don't know. I think he's kind of solidified that spot here. But he's kind of concerned because of Brogdon going down. And he pretty much said, listen, man, there's nothing to worry about here. I got this. And so, hey, man, you gotta kind of identify what he's doing and how he's running that second unit. Kind of like what he's doing. I like how he's rotating the ball. I like all the little things that he's doing here. And now, of course, as the season goes on, it gets to, play against a little bit tougher competition. We'll see exactly what he looks like. But guys, I mean, I'm not really too concerned about him like I once was. I'm always going to be honest. Like I was pretty concerned about him before. I said, I don't know. But he's truly impressed me. He truly has. But I think also, too, what he's got to do and what he's been doing, he's got to be aggressive offensively. Because if you're coming off that pick and roll, you got to come off hard and fast, pause. And you got to look to score, right? And so I think he's doing that. Another thing also, too, man, outside of Kolek, what do you guys think about Yabusele, man? He's struggling defensively, right? He's like he can't move his feet. I think he's got to get in better shape, man. He's got to lose some weight. He looks sluggish out there. Yabusele does. He's got to be careful here, man, because he can lose minutes, right? Mike Brown likes this up pace thing, right? Up pace, he loves that. So we gotta kind of be careful here with the Yabusele piece because I don't know, man. He looks out of shape out there. Looks out of shape. And you can't be out of shape in this offense. I mean, you see Cat, right? Cat looks in better shape than him. He got to lose some weight, man. I don't know if he's eating too many French croissants. I don't know what's going on, but he's got to lose some weight because he can't stay in front of guys. He's struggling defensively. He's struggling defensively big time. So he's got to really be mindful about that, man, because listen, guys are fighting for minutes here. Guys are fighting for minutes. So he's got to be really, really, really careful here because I wouldn't be surprised if they put in a guy like Jamison to take that spot or a guy like Diawara. If Diawara is playing better in practice. But of course, Porter, he's backing up pretty much Mitch. So he's just got to be careful with that, man. He's just got to be careful because, listen, they got a lot of pieces here. We got a lot of pieces, and that's great to see, right? It's great to feel. We got a lot of pieces. Like you see the interchangeable lineups that he can do. Perfect example. He started Deuce tonight because he matched up with what Boston has. And see, last year Tibbs wouldn't have did nothing like that. He was stuck to his guns. But see, he's moving things around here. He started Deuce. Josh Hart's coming off the bench. Josh Hart's being Josh Hart. I love what Shamit's doing, right? So now, if he wanted to play Akaporte, he could, but it made no sense to play him because Boston doesn't really have any bigs. So why even play him? But you have a person like a Yabusele who can go there, and believe it or not, depending on if he wants to, he could either use a guy like Diawara, right? So that's another thing. That's another option too, as well. So we got to see. Let me go get here in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, man. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. Let's reset the room, man. Big time game for the boys. They go 2-0 today on the season, beating the Boston Celtics. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The Captain, 31 points, 5 assists. A little line up here says, Yabu's in Jamaica, Queens. He's eating too much, yo. He's probably out there. Yeah, man, he probably going to town, man. You get in the city, man. You go up to the heights, eating those coochie fritos. He's probably up there with Obi. Vibe says Yabo's eating them oxtails. Yeah, he's out there in Brooklyn, man. He out there in Brooklyn eating oxtails, man. He got to chill out, man. He got to lose some weight. He can't move his feet, man. You can see it. Guys are blowing right past him. Big task is Tibbs would have benched him. Yeah, because he's out of shape, man. He's out of shape. He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. Mr. Blank says Clarkson needs more minutes. Other than that, I like that Mike Brown is using the bench. The starters look fresh. Agreed. Now, Mr. Blanks, I don't know if Clarkson needs more minutes, man. Because you know what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's just an offensive guy. So I think he's interchangeable here, but I think he's good with where he's at. I thought the minutes were spread out great today. Let's take a look at the minutes here. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Let me look at the minutes here. So check it out, guys. OG played 29 minutes. Cat played 33. Bridges played 36. Brunson played 35. Deuce played 32. Yabusele played 13. Clarkson had 16 minutes. Josh Hart at 19. Shaman had 14. Kolek had 13. That's perfect, man. He's a bench guy. I mean, I don't want Clarkson playing like 20-something minutes. Like, that's not with him. His minutes are gonna be in the 20s. You already know that. Josh only played 19 minutes. He didn't shoot well from the field. It's okay. We know he's dealing with the finger issue. Josh had 14 rebounds tonight. He played 19 minutes. He had 14 rebounds. I mean, that's Josh Hart. Vintage him. Right? So, I mean, Clarkson's at 16 minutes, man. I think that's good. I don't want to give him no more than that. No more than that. This Grover says, as soon as Yabu or Tyler missed a three, they wouldn't have sniffed another minute on the court that night. Yeah, if Tibbs was coaching. I agree. I agree with that, man. Tibbs was like Tibbs was cold-blooded with it, man. You know that. Tibbs was cold-blooded. He didn't really play with certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty tough. And that's why they made the change, man. That's why they made the change. I mean, it's no secret. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs would have been really, really tight on those minutes, man. He would have been kind of like, he went what, 10 deep tonight? He went 10 deep, right? What do you think? Tibbs goes 8 deep? 8 deep, maybe? Maybe. And then Lion says, I've been on fire Tibbs train for a while because the flexibility was unheard of with Tibbs. We're playing 11 players, adjusting lineups to the best to succeed against our opponents. Agreed, Atlantic Lion. That's well said, man. That's well said. And I think that's the key, man. That's the new NBA, right? You got to adjust to what the other team is doing. If other teams are playing 10 guys, you can't be playing like 8 guys. You're going to wear your guys out. Going to the bench and playing a guy like a Clarkson, playing a guy like Kolek, right? You need a backup point guard. Playing a guy like Yabusele. Depending on how Yabusele's playing, you can mix in Diawara. You can mix in maybe a Dadier. You can mix in Akaporte, right? Jameson wasn't dressed tonight. But I'm just saying, and what he's showing is that he's willing to do that. And then he's willing to adjust. So I don't feel, based on these 2 games, I was there opening night too. Based on these 2 games, I do not feel that Mike Brown will be afraid to make certain adjustments to match up strength for strength what they're doing. Perfect example, right? He saw, and he kind of saw like, okay, you know what? We're kind of struggling offensively in that 4th quarter. And it was, and remember, it was kind of like staying around 10-point lead, 12-point lead, 8-point. I don't think it got to 8, maybe 9-point lead. And Kolek was kind of struggling a bit, right, to run the offense. But then he brings back Brunson, right? So now, once again, he's matching whatever the other coach is doing to kind of say, okay, we're not going to let you have a strength over us. So we're going to match firepower with firepower. He realized Yabusele was kind of struggling. He took him out, put in OG Anunoby. He did the same thing opening night. when Mobley was out there. Yabusele was struggling with Mobley. He took him out, put OG in, and said, OG, you guard him. Right? So once again, that's what he does. And then I don't know if you guys heard. Did you guys hear during the telecast? Big shouts to everybody out there on TikTok as well. Did you hear on the telecast they had Mike Brown talk, and he said, listen, you guys are over here doing it great offensively, but I love the way you're getting off the screens, you're fighting down here at this end. He said, I see you knock down a couple of threes, but I love the way you're fighting over screens. I think he was talking about Shaman. So these guys getting after it on both ends. And that's what you got to love, man. You got to love it. And also, too, he's not afraid to make adjustments, man. How long have we been screaming for him to start Deuce? At least sometimes, right? Just to see exactly what Deuce looks like with this offense. Deuce is starting. Brunson finds him in the quarter. Bang, knocks down that three, puts us back up by 12, ball game, right? So if Deuce ain't out there because he want to keep Josh Hart out there shooting, that's what Tibbs would have did, we wouldn't have had that shot. And so already, man, he's showing how flexible he is with certain things, man. You got to love it. Mr. Blank said, I agree. I didn't realize Clarkson plays 16 minutes. 16 to 20 minutes is best for Clarkson. Agreed, Mr. Blanks. That's all I'm saying. That's exactly what I want from Clarkson. And look, he came out with a couple of good shots too, right? You know what I'm saying? So, opening night, he had that steal, that dunk. You know what I mean? So once again, that's what you want from him. That's what you want from him. Knocked out a couple of shots, what he does. And that's it. But the team is so balanced, and that's what I love that we're so balanced that we don't need Clarkson to do what he did in Utah. We don't need that. We just need him to come in, be a spark plug, give a couple of guys a breather. So then when it's time for Brunson to come in and do what he did tonight, this is vintage Brunson. That's it. But if you notice too, Brunson was way fresher than he's ever been. He didn't look tired at the end of the game at all. This Rover says we'll always have a next man up on this roster. Well said, sir. Well said. That's exactly what we want, this Rover. That's exactly what we want. We want a next man up mentality, right? That's what we want for this team. We don't want it to be all on one person. Now, of course, when it's time to use your star power, you use your star power, right? At the end of the game, like Mike Brown has stated something that he wanted. But during the course of the game, that's when you need your guys, everybody to step up. And if you guys noticed, right, in the first quarter, we were kind of struggling a bit offensively. We just couldn't find our groove. I don't want to say we were lackadaisical. We just were missing shots. I thought we were getting good looks. But that second unit came in with Tyler Kolek, with Clarkson, and Bridges was out there. And that's what kind of gave us a little bump, a little cushion. Then we went up 33-30, and we ain't looked back since. So there was that second unit, right? So he's letting guys go out there and play and get a change of pace going, right? And so that's the beauty of that. But I will say this, though. I think it's kind of solidified that Tyler Kolek's going to be backing up things on that second unit. And I think the more he plays, the better he's going to get, the more confidence he's going to get. And so I think that's what they should really stick to, because you're going to need a guy out there to kind of run the show, and he's great at doing that. And then you got once again, the most important thing for me is that you take the ball out of the ball out of someone's hands, like a guy like Clarkson. You take the ball away from him. You let him kind of come off screens and let him shoot and break down people and score. You don't want him bringing the ball up. Right? I'll be honest. You don't even want Deuce bringing the ball up. I'll be honest with you. You want maybe Kolek and Mikal bringing the ball up for that second unit. And of course, Josh too. Josh is really good at that as well, because Josh is a great facilitator. So, hey, listen, man. I think we're pretty good going forward. I mean, of course, it's keep everybody healthy. Mitch is still out, so we got to kind of see what that's looking like. It's called what is it? Ankle management maintenance. What is that called? There's all these names. I don't know what's going on with Mitch, man. So, once again, let me reset the room, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. The Knicks go 2-0 on the season by beating the Celtics. And they will be back in MSG South Beach this Sunday to play the Heat. So hopefully we can go 3-0. All right, guys, let me bring up the coach here, right? Let's hear what he has to say I think Mike Brown is doing a good job so far, man. So far, he's doing good, right? We can't really kill the guy, but I like what he's doing. I like what he's presenting here to us. Like, just his whole formula. This is what he said he wanted to do, and I think he's starting to capture that. So you got to give him his credit for that. It's going to take time. You know what I mean? There's going to be some rough patches this season because it's like that for every team. But from what I see and what I'm happy with is that everything is flowing, man. It feels like a free flowing offense, and it just looks like everybody is happy in their element here, right? And so it's just good to see. It's good to see, man. It's really, really happy. All right, cool. Make sure this is shared correctly. All right, we're good to go, man. Let's listen to the coach and hear what he has to say tonight.
The tale of two halves. Boston did a great job of staying with whatever their game plan was. I thought in the first half we did a great job, even to start the game, of playing the right way, just making simple plays, touching the paint and spraying it. We had 12 sprays in the first half, and that's the way we want to play. They're a good defensive team, and good defensive teams usually are a heavy shift team. They want to protect the paint. And I thought our first 10 possessions, we had probably 5 wide open catch and shoot threes that just didn't go in, that normally go in. But our guys stayed with it. They didn't go away from the way we play the game of basketball. And finally the shots started going in. And then, our defense picked up a little bit. And we went on a big run. Our second unit, Tyler, Jordan, I think Josh was out there. Yabu, those guys, maybe Mikhail might have been mixed in, or OG might have been mixed in. Those guys were really, really good. Jordan ended up being our defense player of the game, but because he sparked us, I thought, defensively during that time. But it could have been anybody. Tyler ended the game with, I think, 4 or 5 deflections, if not more. Josh, man, a monster. Now, Josh could have easily got it as well. He guarded everybody. Not only did he guard everybody, he had 6 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. 14 rebounds in 19 minutes. Just a phenomenal game doing the dirty stuff by Josh. And again, I thought that group, they were huge for us in the second quarter. Helping us get the lead. But in the second half, again, tale of two halves. I thought their pressure bothered us a little bit. We had 16 turnovers. The first half, we had 16 assists. Second half, we had 7 assists. And so when we were touching the paint, we weren't spraying it. We were taking tough shots when we touched the paint. And it resulted in them getting a nice little run and making a game of it. So give them a lot of credit. I know they feel like they could play better. I truly believe we could play better. We just got to keep trying to string it together for 48 minutes the right way.
Well said by the coach, man. Well said by the coach. Listen, man, he was right on, man. Spot on in everything that he said. Big task, yes. Definitely the tale of two halves, right? Because he talked about how in the first half, that second unit, right? I mentioned that, right? Tyler Kolek. Of course, Jordan Clarkson was out there. He stated that Jordan Clarkson got defensive player of the game for the team. But he said it could have been anybody. But that's the unit that really sparked it, right? I'm trying to remember. Anybody can bring it up? I can't bring it up right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up for you guys. But I think the Knicks won that second quarter. I think it was something crazy. I think it was like 42-14, right? That the quarters break down. Right? What was that? If anybody, let me see something. Yeah, the Knicks won that second quarter. 42-14 was the run. That blew the game open. That blew the game open because Boston won the second half. They won 21-18. 21-18. And then I think third, it was, what was it? 30-23 was the fourth quarter. But that second quarter was it. We blew them out 42-14. That's the ball game. That's the ball game. And that was that second unit that kind of spearheaded that, and we just kind of took over from that. But I will say this, right? It is the tale of two halves in the sense that the Knicks were up by so much, and we were pretty much handling these guys that you take your foot off the gas a bit. I'm just being honest. That's pretty much what happened. And Boston started to creep in a bit. And like he stated, we had 16 turnovers, right? And only had 7 assists, whereas in the first half we had 16 assists. So you kind of got lax. You kind of got lazy and kind of let them creep back in because you had built up such a big lead. But that's the beauty of having a big lead like that, right? Because then in doing that, you can kind of take, I don't want to say take risks, but you can kind of take some shots that usually you wouldn't take because you feel like you have to keep pace or whatever. But the Knicks will win this game comfortably, man. Comfortably. They just were. And Boston really had to work really, really hard to catch up because that second quarter blew them out the door, and that was it. That was the ball game after that. And offensively, the Knicks are so potent that all they had to do was pretty much continue to score. You might have a little drought where you miss a couple of shots here and there, but Boston wasn't shooting that great either. So you can still do that, look, and still win by 10. Still win by 10. Now, of course, you don't want this to continue to be, but, I'm just being honest with you guys. This is what happens sometimes in most NBA teams, but I'm really happy with the outcome, man. I'm really happy with the outcome. I love exactly how this team is looking, and Mike Brown is doing so far, guys, you got to be happy with him, man. He's doing a really, really good job. He just is. He's kind of better than what I expected. I mean, I know he was okay, coach. You know what I mean? I know he was okay, but he's doing like really, really good as a coach, man. Way better than what I would have expected. You know what I mean? But the Knicks had 21 offensive rebounds today, man. 21 offensive rebounds. Josh had 6 of them things. Like the coach stated, he had 14 rebounds in 19 minutes. His shot was off today. We know he's going to be struggling all year with that because of his finger. But that's okay, right? That's okay. We know who Josh Hart is. And so, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. With that being said, man, let's listen to Josh Hart, man. The return of the heart and soul, no pun intended, of the Knicks. Let's hear from Josh, man. It's good to have him back. Let's hear from him, man. Once again, man, before I reset the room, man, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. If you haven't done so, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I appreciate everybody on TikTok coming through and rocking with your boy LV Live, man. Big time win for the boys. 105-95, beating the Boston Celtics. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 5 assists. Great win for the boys. Go to 2-0 on the season. Looking good, man. Looking good here. Love this offense. So let's listen to Josh Hart, man. Once again, like I said, man, the heart and soul of this team. Glad to have him back.
19 minutes, was it? Or didn't miss a beat?
Sure. Nah, I knew the offense was gonna be a little shaky. The first game back, so I had to do something to help the team. But man, it felt good to get out there. Get up and down. Happy we got the win. And then continue building off of it.
19 minutes.
Here he says, I love Josh, man. Josh said, yeah, it was good to get back in the swing of things with Joe. He knew the offense was going to be a little shaky. That's what Josh said, right? He knew the offense was going to be a little shaky. So that was good to see from him because he knows that. He knows he's not going to really probably be at his best offensively this year. And that's okay. That's fine because he's not here for that. We know what he's here to be. The Energizer Bunny, Josh Hart. Give all your heart and soul out there on the team. Just beat up, hard, bring your hard hat to the team, to the game. Lunch pail approach, right? Blue collar. That's who Josh Hart is. So it's good to see pretty much him kind of take on that and be back, right? Because this team is not the same without him. So one half of the Roommates podcast, right? Big shouts to those guys, man. So I thought it was great to see from him. Okay, let me go here really quick. Appreciate everybody coming through rock with me tonight, man. On this Friday Night Knicks. Feels good, man. Feels good. Happy with what I see from the crew, man. Definitely happy from what I see from the crew. All right, so listen, guys. Let's listen to the Big Cat. Thought he was great tonight again. Towns is looking ready to go. I mean, you see, it's just so funny because remember Towns was talking all that stuff. I don't know what I'm going to look like this year in the offense. I don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know what, remember Towns was saying that stuff? He's getting busy, man. First game he had 19-11. Tonight he had 26-13. I think he's going to be fine in this offense. I don't think it's anything. I knew it was just him just playing around with the media, messing around, being the big cat, joking around, playing. He's an all-NBA guy. I told everybody, do not worry about what he said, what he's kind of like, trying to, pretty much lead us on to think that, okay, this is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Look at the numbers he's putting up. Look at the numbers he puts up. Vibes, look what Vibes right here said. It's always a good time when the Knicks win. Agreed, man. Agreed. It's always a great time, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me on TikTok. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. Everybody on YouTube, all my day ones, big time win for the boys, 105-95. The big cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. All right, let's hear it from the big cat. Hear what he has to say, man. Towns, look at Towns with the glasses on. Look at the got the earring on. Cat looking swaggy, man.
What did you see out there just from you guys' execution that allowed you guys to have the game that you had today?
I mean, I thought we did a great job of recovering from the first quarter, playing great defense, and initiated our offense. We did a great job of that. Second half, we got a little sloppy with the ball, our defense kept it together and kept us in the lead and gave us enough room for error to come out with a win.
See, I love when he mentioned that, and Mike Brown also mentioned that too. Their defense was phenomenal tonight. Really, really good. And that really led to the offense. That really helped them get to that 20-point lead, right? And so if you're able to do that on the defensive end, on top of, having 21 offensive rebounds and on top of, out rebounding them 53-37, right? So now you can kind of take risks offensively. You can kind of do those things because you're killing them on the defensive end and on the glass. So, like Mike Brown said, they weren't driving and spraying it like they was doing in the first half, right? So now they're kind of taking risks because they are dominating them defensively and they are dominating them on the glass. So now it's like, okay, we can kind of do this offensively, and that's kind of like what led to the woes in the second half. But trust me, this win. Yes, offensively, you see the numbers, but this win was strictly because of how they were on the defensive end, especially in that second quarter. So that's what Cat is pretty much stating, because offensively they didn't come out sharp. They just didn't. And because they pretty much was leaning on their defense tonight, that led to pretty much, that explosion in that second quarter and pretty much gave them that cushion to where they can kind of win this game comfortably. Okay, here. Vibes says, only if we had this defense last year. You know what's ill, Vibes? I thought we did have this defense last year, Vibes. Let me tell you why. I just think that guys were tired, man. I just think that they pretty much got ran into the ground, so they can't give effort. And then also, too, Vibes, he's doing like a hockey change. Like he's bringing in like 5 guys and then taking off 5 guys and then interchanging guys. Like that's what Mike Brown is doing. So it's keeping guys fresher. So when guys are fresher like that, Vibes, now they can give the effort that you need for them to give defensively. Because defense is all effort. That's all that is. It ain't really nothing more. It's just moving your feet, keeping your body in front of the guy. Don't be lunging at shots or jumping at jump fakes. You know what I mean? Like you got to be on point defensively. You got to be in shape too, right? That's why I talked about the Yabusele piece. So that's just pure effort, man. But if you're tired, and your body's not going to move. Your mind says move, but your legs say I'm not going anywhere. Right? So that's the important part about doing these hockey changes like he's doing. You know what I mean? These hockey lineups where he's bringing in 5 guys, then he might leave Bridges out there, might leave OG out there, but guys are getting rest. Like, so all that. So now you got guys out there fresh like a Shamit coming out there. Now those guys can give their best effort defensively, getting after it. Like he said, Mike Brown said, Tyler Kolek had like 4 or 5 deflections tonight. That's mean he's getting in the passing lane. So that's really what it's coming down to, man. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me, Coach, man. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you, sir. Let's reset the room. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 5 assists. Once again, big shouts to everybody out there on TikTok. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys. Vibes says Cole look good, LV. He did. He did, Vibes. He did. Listen, Vibes. I think he's kind of solidified that backup spot now. You know, before we were talking about, remember, guys, think about it. They were talking about getting Spencer Dinwiddie. Remember all that stuff was kind of going out there, like, you know, about that. And listen, LV even said it. I said I wasn't sure about him. You know, I didn't think he played well in summer league. I just didn't think he was athletic enough. But obviously, he's been practicing really hard and really putting in the effort to where they feel like, all right, let's give him a shot. And, he's playing good so far, man. You got to give it to him. He's running the offense well. He looks good. He looks confident out there. One thing I will say, right, he's been getting destroyed. You know, his last year and some part of this year, too, summer league, about how he looks athletically and defensively. He's fighting tonight, man. He's fighting tonight. He's fighting tonight, man. You can see him getting after it defensively, man. He's out there putting out the effort, man. You got to really give it to the kid. I heard him say this one time when they were talking about the trade, you know, with the Garrison Matthews stuff going on, everything like that, and the possibility of Dadier going or him getting traded, whatever. They asked him questions about it, and Kolek pretty much said, like, listen, man, like, the hardest thing to do in this league is not to get to this league, but to stay in this league. So every day is a fight. Like, every day is, you know what I mean? I got to work hard every day. Like, it's no day that I go and I feel like, okay, I'm secure. Like, I got my job. Right? So, you know, I like that mentality because the kid is really giving his best effort, like, all the time. And you're seeing it because he's getting after it defensively. So you gotta love what you see there, man. This Rover says, yo, LV, man, remember when we were talking up Garrison Matthews over Landry? Yo, we were talking about that, man. Shamet made it. And Shamet looks great. Shamet looks great, this Rover. He looks great. He looks really, really good. You guys saw that rebound he had today? He was attacking the glass, ripping it away from people. Listen, man, he wants it, man. He wants it. Listen, you got to give it to Shamet, man. Listen, he fought his way back from that shoulder. You know, he's fighting for his spot to stay in this league, man. And listen, he's solid coming off that bench. How many minutes did he have tonight? Let me see. Shamet had 14 minutes tonight, man. He played more than Yabusele and Kolek. Shamet was solid, man. 3 rebounds from Shamet. Knocked down a tray ball. But Shamet was great tonight, man. Shamet was really good. This Rover. Yeah, I told you, Landry. Yo, listen. This Rover, you did say it. Everybody was talking about Gary Matthews and stuff like that. Garrison Matthews. This Rover, you did say it. You said, yo, I think Shamet's got a lock. And yo, man, listen, I can't deny that, man. Shamet's looking really, really good, man. Looking really, really good. This whole team is the rotation. You can see these guys are really getting after it. And I think the most important thing, too, guys, is this, right? What I see. And this is only 2 games. But what I see and what I like is you're seeing a team that changed their coach, coming back from the Eastern Conference Finals, and this seems like they've gotten better. Like, it seems like they've gotten better, and they're playing with a lot more hunger, and they look better than what they were last year. The offense looks better. The defense looks better. The rotations look better. They look better. This team, 2 games so far, based on what I see, this team would have beat the Pacers last year because of the rotations and because of what Mike Brown would have did. He would have got out coached like Tibbs did. That wouldn't have happened. So, that's all we wanted, guys, last year. People were just saying, like, you got to change things up. Why not give Delon Wright a chance? Why not give Shamet a chance? Why not see what you got? These guys are tired. Bridges even said it. Remember, right? So this is not like like something we didn't know. So now to see it and see Mike Brown doing it and see the results, it's kind of like vindication. Like, us as fans are like, yo, see, we told you. We told you, Tibbs. This is all you had to do. And so they bring a guy in that does that, and this is what it looks like. And this is why everyone is happy. This is why everyone's happy. This woman said, man, these rotations are probably Tibbs' worst nightmare. Listen, agreed. Ooh, look at Coach. Is Yabusele an upgrade from Precious? Ooh. Yo, what do you guys think? Ooh, Coach came in with a heat rock. That's the question of the night. So far, guys, so far. It's for everybody on TikTok. It's for everybody right here on my YouTube family. Yo, is Yabusele so far an upgrade from Precious? Is he an upgrade? I don't know, man. Is Yabusele an upgrade from Precious? I want everybody to give me an answer. Everybody on TikTok, big shouts to y'all. That's the question of the night, right? Is Yabusele an upgrade from Precious? Because I told you, Yabusele looks like he's out of shape, man. Looks like he was over there in France just eating pizza, eating a whole bunch of, French croissants, eating all that stuff. He came back to the city, went to Jackson, went to Jackson Heights, went to Washington Heights. Oh, with the coochie fritos, getting busy. That's what he seems like he's doing. He looks like he's out of shape. I don't know. Because I will say this. This is a hot take from LV. I will say this. Precious is a better defender. Precious is a better defender, moves better. Precious can guard the 5 and the 4 and the 3. Hey, guys, I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. I mean, G-Bo, the pro over there on TikTok, man, appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. He says it's way too early to tell. BQ from BK says, LV, man, I see you dapping up TikTok. Oh, yeah. BQ, all right. Okay, story time with LV. BQ from BK, yeah, you see me talking? Yeah, it's your Tim. Yo. Story time with LV. BQ, man, you took me back just now. Everybody out there on TikTok, big shouts to y'all. So LV went to 5-star back in the day. If anybody know 5-star, you know what I'm talking about, right? Anybody went to 5-star, you know what I'm talking about. Remember, once again, 5-star, you couldn't just go. You had to get invited. So you know what I'm talking about, man. LV was doing my thing back in the day. So I go to camp, and I'm there with all the guys, right? You name them, New York City, right? I'm there with Stephon Marbury. I'm there with Lamar Odom. I'm there with Shamgar Wells. Everybody knows him as God Shamgar from uptown like me, but we call him back then Shamgar, right? Kareem Reed, right? Anybody know New York City basketball and hoops? You know these names that I'm throwing out there. Eric Barkley was there. Craig Claxton was there. Adonal Foyle was there. Zendon Hamilton was there. Like, I'm naming names now. If anybody know hoops, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of dudes was there. Nice cats. There was a kid from these two kids from DC that was nice. I don't know if you know him. His name was Billy Wells. He was nasty. Shantae Rogers, he was nasty. He played at GW. All these cats from down south. DC, it was big. It was big time. Then the Jersey crew came through. They had their dudes. In walks Tim Thomas. Everyone's talking about, yo, that's the kid from Jersey. He getting busy, right? I said, we got to see, right? Yo, Tim Thomas was destroying dudes. Tim Thomas was with me. I think he's class of 96. I'm giving my age here. Because Steph is a year older than me. Kareem Reed was there, but I'm just giving my age. I think Tim Thomas was with me, but he was a sophomore playing with all the seniors, all the dudes that was all Americans at the time. He was playing with them. He's playing with them. Yo, this rover. Let me finish this rover. So he's dominating cats. Like, there was a rebound that came off the top of the rim. Boom. Right? Now I'm at the back, at the top of the key. And I don't know if it was Zindon Hamilton or Donald Foyle. I'm trying to remember who. I'm not sure. But they went up for the rebound. And all I remember was seeing Tim Thomas just rise above him. His arm was over the rim like this. This is in high school. He was maybe 15, 16 years old. His arm was over the rim like this. Man, that was it. Like it just went. The camp went crazy. And I when I saw that, I said, "Yo, this deal, and I'm there with all Americans, like Lamar Odom, you name all these guys. He was the best player at camp. He was the best player at camp. And that was the first time I seen Tim Thomas. First time I seen Tim Thomas. He's about 15. He's about 16 years old. Now I'm from the city. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really in Jersey like that. But he was out of this world. He was like built too. He was like a linebacker. Like he didn't look like he was 16. He looked like he was like 20 years old. This is back then now. I'm giving my age. Monster. All right, cool. All right. So that's the question. Everybody, Yabusele or Precious? I like Yabusele, man, but he looked like he out of shape, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He can't be coming in, you know what I'm saying? I know he was over there in Europe getting busy. I understand that, but you got to be in shape, man. You got to be in shape to play with us. He hasn't been looking good, man. He knocked down a couple of threes. Like I give it to him, but he looks a step slow, man. He looks slow. All right, let's listen to the captain, man. I thought the captain played great today. Brunson was back to his Brunson ways, closing the show like he does. All right, cool. Let me pull this up here. Nah, this Rover. No, I didn't know, man. No. I wasn't down there. I wasn't guarding him. He's a forward. You know how big he is? He's like, back then he was about 6'7". Now I saw him. I hadn't seen him in years. I saw him. He's like, yo, what up, man? You kind of remember eye contact. We kind of remember each other, but we kept pushing after that. But he's about 6'10", 6'11". Now he's huge. Back then, he was about 6'7". Then I was about 6'1". At the time, I'm 6'3" now. Back then, I was about 6'1". So I was at the top of the key, man. I was playing guards, man. I was a guard. He's a monster. I wasn't down there with them, man. Those I wasn't down in that Baja with them, man. Them dudes is different. Them dudes is different. This girl, why you trying to set me up, man? Why you trying to get me down there with the monsters down there, man? You gotta stay out the Baja, man. This Rover, all right. Come on, this Rover. I wasn't down there, man. Them dudes is monsters down there. Monsters. That's this Rover is totally right that you do that. It's only right. You gotta ask the right questions. I'm not afraid, man. I ain't scared, man. I answer the questions. All right, let's go to the captain, man. Let's see what he has to say. Brunson, man, another great game for him. 31 and 5 assists. The captain got busy tonight, man. Let's hear from him.
As far as looking up the floor, as far as passing ahead, getting guys looking for just playing a little bit faster.
Then I have not changed my mentality at all. Mentality has stayed the same, but playing basketball schematically has changed a little bit. But my mentality will never. If that changes, it's time to think otherwise.
I'm just talking about like initial.
I know, and I say schematically a little bit, but we're seeing what the defense does, and we're playing off that.
And what do you as far as looking?
See, I love what Brunson is saying here. 1 second. Happy birthday to Dixon, man. Send him happy birthday, man. Big shouts to you over there on TikTok, man. Happy birthday to Dixon. I love what Brunson said here, man. I think people are trying to make this out to be more than what it really is, like with him in the offense. Like he said, like schematically things change, but I'm still going to be me. I'm not going to change really what I do, right? And so that's the beauty of what Brunson is saying. Like, and the guy's like saying, yeah, but differently. He's like, yeah, I understand that. But if I stop to being me, then we got to change things up. Listen, we don't want him to stop being him. We want Brunson to be Brunson. Schematically, yes, things change offensively, but he's still going to be him. You see them numbers. He went 10 for 20 from the field. 31 points that came on big buckets in the end. That's what you want from him. You do not want him to change. If he's got to change, it's time for Mike Brown to go. If Cat's got to change, it's time for Mike Brown to go. That's not why he's here. He's here to make them better. He's here to make them ascend, to make Brunson be the best version of himself. That's what Mike Brown's brought here to do, and so far it looks like that. But like Brunson said, like I am who I am. And trust me, Mike Brown doesn't want to change Brunson. He wants to make him better. And that's what he's doing. My man, Knicks Nation, man. And what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Everybody, if you haven't done so, please go subscribe to my man, Knicks Nation. Everybody out there on TikTok, please go over to Knicks Nation. Subscribe to him as well. Great dude over there, man. Great dude. Big things over there, Knicks Nation. Everybody, give a big shout out too, man. 40K subscribers on TikTok. Not on TikTok, on Twitter. 40K. My boy Ant doing big numbers out there, man. Big shouts to him. Please go subscribe to my man Ant on Knicks Nation, man. Guys are great people over there. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Big time win for the boys, 105-95 by beating the Boston Celtics. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. The captain, 31 points, 5 assists. The Knicks go to 2-0 on the season. Head down to Miami South Beach, man. MSG South Beach, we'll call it. This Sunday, man, for a big game with their heated rivals. They were blowing, the Heat was blowing out the, they were blowing out the, they was blowing out the Grizzlies tonight, man. What was the score tonight? We'll look that up real quick. Yo, the Heat was smoking the Grizzlies, man. Smoking them. I think they were up by 40. Yeah, yo. The Heat beat the Grizzlies tonight. Ready? 146-114. Yo, I'm going to say it again. The Heat beat the Grizzlies 146-114. That's insane. First quarter, the Heat scored 44 points in the first quarter, 42 in the second. They were up by 40 going into that. Memphis just didn't come to play. I mean, it's just like that's just what it is. 146, they almost scored 150 on them boys. That's insane, man. That's just you're just not playing no defense. That's insane, man. Insane. Just go over and say, yeah, we smoked the Grizzlies like that too. Yeah, the Grizzlies, man. But this Grover, man, you can't be getting almost 150 points, man. Season just started. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you're tired. You've been off the whole summer. You almost give up 150 points. I mean, that means you're not playing no defense. None. That's what that means. All right, man. Let's hear from the captain one more time, man. Brunson, man, is just doing great, man. Doing great. What I get from Brunson so far is I think that trust and believe, like it bothered him what happened to Tibbs. Tibbs is a big point to why he is who he is today, right? As far as his career goes. And so I think he's still adjusting to everything. But I think the whole talk of the system and all this other stuff, it doesn't matter to him. He is who he is. He's going to get busy. He's going to get busy no matter what. So I think that people trying to make things out to be more than what it really is, I think that stuff kind of bothers him a bit. David Smith says Cat is back to his natural position of center. Yo, man, you know what, David Smith? I mean, he had to play center tonight, yeah, but I like him at that 4, man. I like him at that 4. I cannot wait when Mitch comes back. I love him when he's at that 4. I love him when he's there and he has someone protecting him and stuff like that. He can really do his thing. He doesn't really have to get down there and kind of, get too dirty with it. Because to me, I think that's really going to unlock Cat. Because then he doesn't really have to worry about certain things. He doesn't have to be, the pretty much the anchor down there in the middle. You can have a guy down there that could do that with him. You know what I'm saying? Do that with him and do that for him, be honest with you. So I like Cat more at the 4. He could play center in certain parts of the game, but I wouldn't want him that being the main thing for him. Because I just think his game is so much on a different level that he can really, really expand and explode more better offensively at the 4. Because he's a matchup nightmare. He just is. All right, listen to the captain, man. Listen what he has to say, man. Brunson. Let's hear.
Part of this game, leading them, I think, 17-0 in fast break points. I'm sorry if you were asked this already, but do you think that that's something that can be replicable, the ability to just continually turn defense into offense?
Yeah, it starts with defense, and when we're clicking on defense, getting stops, and we're able to do that. But we can't have fast break points if we're not getting stops, and so we just got to continue to do that.
Well said by the captain. Well said. Everything spearheaded by the defense. Everything is spearheaded by the defense. You do that, everything's going to lead to the fast break points like he stated, and everything else will come together, man. So big shouts to him. That's well said by him. The captain was great tonight. Again, 31 points, 5 assists for him. David Smith says, can't stand when Cat is at power forward. Why? Cat gets busy at power forward, man. He gets busy there. He gets busy there, man. I love when Cat's at power forward, man. Because then you don't have to worry about him in the paint, man, blocking shots or doing whatever. Mitch can do the dirty work. Then listen, David Smith, he still gets busy offensively regardless. But you don't have to worry about him being the anchor in the middle. That's the thing with him. Because defensively, that's not his superpower, man. That's not his superpower. David Smith says Knicks can't count on Mitch. Mitch is a fictional superhero. Yeah, man, I heard, man. Mitch has got to get back, man. We got to get him ready. We got to get him ready, man. But I it's a valid point you're making. It's a valid point you're making. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that at all, man. I can't even sit here and try to argue with you on that. Cat's offense is much better at center. Yes and no, man. I'm not going to say that. I think David Smith, I think he gets busy regardless. I think in certain parts of the game, he can play center. I think I wouldn't make that the primary thing for him because in that middle, we need an anchor defensively. That's going to block shots and rebound. That's all they need to do. Then it takes something off of his plate. So all he can focus on is just offense. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain aspects of the game, maybe with that second unit, you could put him out there and let him play center with that second unit. Then he could score more and get busy on the backup center or something like that. You could do that. But in certain aspects of the game defensively, where I don't really want him with that responsibility. Like I don't. So that's something we got to kind of really pay attention to and be mindful of. All right, guys, listen. Let me pull up the box score here to show you guys exactly how we looked in all aspects tonight. I thought we were awesome tonight here. Okay, we'll pull this up for you guys. There it is. Let me fix this. Sorry about that. Apologize. All right, there we go. Once again, let me reset the room, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Big time win for them boys. They go to 2-0 all in the season, beating the Boston Celtics 105-95. The Big Cat, 26 points, 13 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 5 assists. Looking at the box score right here with them boys. As you see there, OG Anunoby, 29 minutes, 3 for 10, 2 for 7 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 10 points for OG Anunoby. The Big Cat, 33 points, 6 for 16, 4 for 6 from 3. Look at that for Cat. 13 boards, 26 points. Mikal Bridges, I thought he was solid again today also. 5 for 10 from the field. 2 for 4 from 3. 6 rebounds, 12 points. Captain, 31 points, 10 for 20. 3 for 7 from 3. And 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Deuce, 32 minutes, 3 for 11 for the field, 2 for 9 from 3. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 10 points for Deuce. Yabusele, 13 minutes, 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 5 rebounds, and 3 points. Clarkson, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 6 points for Jordan Clarkson. Josh Hart, 19 points, 1 for 8 from the 19 minutes, 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3-point line, but 14 rebounds for Josh, 3 assists, and 2 points. Shamet, 14 minutes, 1 for 2, 1 for 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 points. And Tyler Kolek, 13 minutes, 1 for 2 from the field, 4 assists, and 2 points. Altogether, as you guys see, the Knicks shot 38% from the field, 37% from 3, 53 rebounds. Out-rebounded the Celtics 53-37. And assists, they had 23 assists. So like Mike Brown stated, right, they had 16 assists in the first half and only 7 in the second. So they stopped spraying it, right? They kind of got lazy and because of their lead and stuff like that. So those things like that happen. But all in all, man, I think this is a great breakdown, great stats. And guys, listen, man, we look solid, man. We look solid. We really got to be happy with how we look. And the way this team is flowing and the way the weapons are and the way we can score, if everybody stays healthy, man, I think we should be good to go. I think we definitely would easily win 50-something games this year. We just got to keep it going, keep everybody healthy, man. I think we do that, we will be fine. All right. But listen, guys, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. I will be back Sunday to talk about that MSG South Beach. Just to say that against the Miami Heat. Hopefully the Knicks can go to 3-0. So please come through and check out my live after that game because I will be going live during that. All right. But listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for the boys, 105-95. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 5 assists. The big cat, 26 points and 13 rebounds. All right. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me, people. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel and please leave comments, right? Because I do respond to comments. All right, listen, that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Big shouts to everybody on TikTok. Appreciate you, everybody coming through rocking with me. YouTube family, I'm out of here. I will see you guys Sunday. Everybody have a good night, man. Big time win for them boys. I'm out of here. Peace.